Okay, now, if I've done this correctly, we are live.
We're live
on the right account
with the microphone. We remembered the third member of our crew, the microphone this time.
Oh,
it's actually
welcome, 2 Geeks, 1 Mic. It's me, Josh,
and it's me, Eamon, and we're back.
And we're doing a leather. We're doing leatherwork cosplays. We're doing leather pauldron.
Still building them.
Update.
So much fun.
But we had a couple of. Let's see. So last time, what did we do? We finished cutting out your pieces.
Right.
We finished the edges.
We did some edging and some designs.
Yep. And then we put some design action on there.
Some form work.
And then we did some wet forming, right?
Wet forming, yes.
Wet forming. Because the
It was
leather
wet.
was so wet.
And now it's formed.
Now it's hard.
But I mean, it was wet, and now it's hard.
Generally, you want to get hard first.
Generally, but leather's different.
Remember, this is not a show for kids.
It's
anyway.
Hi, welcome. So this week, what we're gonna do is God, that's some echoing right there. This week, what we're going to do?
Just checking we're actually live.
Yeah, I was checking we're actually live. No, yeah, that was. This week, what we're going to do is we're going to verify that your forming worked, right?
Yes.
That the leather is now holding.
Clarifying fit.
Verifying the fit.
We're gonna do some dyeing.
Get some coloring on there.
Color work. Make it look kind of nice. Hopefully, maybe do some adjustment, placement, togetherness. Might actually form the actual together. We'll see where we're at. How long the dye. Dye doesn't take long to dry. Just so you know, it's very quick.
I was about to say, it kind of goes on and just soaks in. And
oh yeah. Well, because remember, leather is skin. It's got a lot of holes, got a lot of pores. It soaks right in. It's actually really nice. It's fun.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
It puts the dye on the skin to make it gooey. Yeah.
To make it
whatever color you want it to be.
in.
And then we wear skin suits.
Yes.
That's what we do.
We did go to Tandy's earlier today.
It's a good time.
Check out our Instagram, as well as our Facebook.
Still at 2 Geeks.
2 Geeks 1 Mic.
Hashtag.
G33KS, right? Because we're
Yes.
geeky.
We're nerds. We talk in leet.
We leet speak. We did that. We went to Tandy's. We picked up a couple of items. We'll show you those items real quick here, just because there are a couple of items that we purchased for my pauldron.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm really excited about this because look at this. Look what we found. So remember we talked about the leather carving?
we found prints.
We found designs. This is so cool. Check this out.
So that comes with actual, like,
I didn't ever open it up.
stencils.
So I don't know how to get it
I
in
guess,
there.
yeah, that's what you call them. Stencils.
Stencils.
So we can
Stencil.
design it out onto the leather. So when you're talking leather carving, it comes into it. It's a whole nother realm of leather design, but it's cool. I've never personally done it yet.
I'm gonna.
But
try
that's what
it.
this show's about. Figuring it freak out.
That's right.
So we're going to figure stuff out.
We're gonna figure it out.
So we bought that. We got some more tools for specifically leather carving, so we could start trying to do that with different designs and pauldrons. And when we build the more armor pieces that we're going to build, remember we're going full armor sets, completely covered up leather armor, D&D armor class 8,
And we want to get So with this leather carver business, look at this. It's it's a little.
It's basically a stencil.
There you go. You can see the little stencil, and you can. What is it? I guess you. Oh, you know what? It's a divot.
Yeah.
So like you impress it in there.
Mm-hmm. So when we wet the leather, whenever you're carving leather, you wet it down just like we did for the stamping, but instead you take this little guy, which we bought today. As you can see, it's just a little knob on top. So
knobby tip.
It's a little blurry
there.
And you just trace your design, whatever you're going to cut, into the leather while it's still wet. So you just go on there and trace it. So this will follow the lines, and we'll trace it on there. And that way we can take the carving tools and actually carve it in there, and then we'll do some background stamping and stuff like that. We'll show you all that when we actually get into carving the leather. But that was one of the cool things we bought. So you can buy these anywhere. But we love Tandy Leather because it has a local shop here, and then also has online store where we can buy all our leatherworking crap. Not only does it come with that, but it has instructions. Things we like. we like instructions.
We
Because
do like
can read
instructions.
them.
Look, following the instructions has got to be something I know stereotypically men do not do.
That's why our IKEA furniture looks like shit.
But I'm quite excited for this because
Yeah, it's gonna look really cool. So yeah, as you can see, we got like the Celtic knot, we got the wolf's heads, we have the Celtic heart, we have the ravens, which I'm pretty excited about, and then the Celtic cross with some knot design inside of it. So we're gonna try those out eventually.
I'm just trying
Once
to
we
put
get
this thing on 2
more
weeks and then we're
pauldron
live.
pieces. We're trying to social media while being live. It's a new concept.
That's true.
So that was one of the first major things we bought. Like I said, we got more carving tools, so I bought the tracer piece to actually trace it onto the leather itself to give us a go for. This is the actual carving tool. It's called a swivel knife. So you pull that top off. That's a blade.
Dude, okay.
What?
The
You didn't realize the red piece came
whole
off, did you?
time I was like, this is the handle. And I thought you did the cutting with this side.
This is why we're learning leather. It's so much fun.
That makes so much more sense.
Right? So it's got the handheld part, so you can actually hold it and carve your piece in, and then the blade, which we keep
You
going.
popped that off, and I was like, holy shit.
It's like discovering your first boner. Bro.
Hi,
Anyway.
we're adults.
And then these are what they call your basic tooling tools. I don't know what that means.
Tooling tools.
So it's a little set, all came together. They're for stamping, backgrounding, divoting, like making that piece look more 3D and symmetrical and actually coming off the leather, instead of just being a flat piece. That's what we're looking at. So
Right.
all of our tooling tools.
Tooling tools.
And luckily, we found this set that comes in this nifty little, if you see where I'm putting them,
Oh, yeah, this was cool.
this nifty little tool holder. So all our stuff actually looks organized. We're actually organized now. Weird, right?
Kind of.
So a lot of the tools I've already used are in here that you guys have already seen. We got our knife. This is the edger beveler that we used. And then a couple others that I've just had. The other really cool thing we bought today, which we were really excited to find, we thought they were out of them. And we're like, oh, can you tell us when they're going to have more? She went, it's right over there. You guys are just dumb. You can't see it. Which is basically what happened.
And we did see it eventually.
We did see it eventually. These are more of the stamps that we've talked about in the past. But these are specifically Celtic knot border stamps. So I played with them a little bit.
Oh, yeah, show them. This is the corner one. Show them. I can't reach it.
So we got
You
the corner
you
piece.
got them freakishly long arms.
I don't know, something weird. So this is the corner piece, as you said. It's actually got that
It's
curve.
like Celtic knotting.
So
I'm
we can
really
curve
excited
it,
to
and
play
then
out
these
with
are
those.
like, you got the straight edgers, you got a smaller straight edge, and then you've got a curved piece, so we can actually go around the curved edges as well. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. I'm super excited.
So we played with those a little bit, and you can see right here on the edge of this scrap leather. Remember, scrap leather, test everything.
Test everything. So you can see that we don't really get it lined up like perfectly. So obviously it's going to take a little bit of practice.
But that's because that's the point of this channel. We're gonna mess things up and have fun with it. That's
It's
the
gonna be
point.
great. It's going to be great.
It's so much fun.
Well,
I
hopefully
love
we
it.
make some mistakes that you get educated on so you don't have to make these same
It's
mistakes.
the whole point of this.
Slide job.
Cheers, Trish.
Okay, so for today now, show that. So last week, show them the preformed
So
pieces.
remember, we took our leather pieces, we stuck them in our cups.
our super
Sophisticated.
tools for water forming.
As you're saying, we have our water forming cups, and then we have our special potion cups.
These magical potions.
It's so tasty. You wonder what's inside. Well, come over and you'll find out.
These magical potions.
So I had them inside the cups, and I wanted to pull them out because I was super excited. So this is the small first piece, as you can see now.
Look at that! Look at that!
It's
Look at that! And I love how it's tapered as well to like fit the curvature of your arm.
right.
Like that worked out so well.
And if you look,
Like
it fits
that's-
my arm perfect.
it's
It literally
actually quite-
just stuck.
yeah, it's actually quite stiff.
I can do all this. And this is the second piece. That piece, so you remember I bent the top of it to fit the top of my shoulders. You can see the actual edge there. Kind of. That other piece
A
fell
little
off.
bit, yeah.
Yeah, you can see the edge. It's not as pronounced, but so it actually fits that curve of my top of my shoulder.
And we can get some water and
If we need to play with it a little
play
bit
with that
more,
a
we
little still.
can. 100%. I might play with this corner edge actually because I'm feeling it kind of digging into my shoulder. I don't know if I wanted to do that.
yeah.
Or I might just trim
Let's
that.
say we could even
Just trim that corner edge off so this little point isn't going into my shoulder.
Oh, see, this is the shaping lessons that we're learning.
Yeah, we're gonna learn things for all
mine.
these things.
So mine's gonna be better.
Well, remember, we're building these are like the starter pieces, and now I'm gonna build some like legit awesome ones for myself. Then I'll probably just do shorts of that later after we build those, and then we'll work on to different art as we move on. So as you see, these pieces are gonna sit like that
Right.
and lock in just like that. So as you can see, they're already staying pretty well. Like they're a little loose. That's because I haven't strapped them in yet. Simple as that. So we're going to pop them in like that. I'll line them up, however. And what we're eventually going to do here is connect them on the back piece here with a couple thinner, smaller pieces of leather and some rivets. And that'll actually hold them together, but it'll still give them that flexibility to bend and twist with my arm. That's the plan. So
Yeah, because we got. Think about it too. The part of the arm that we're building this for, the shoulder moves all around, front to back. Well, we're not going to probably be able to. I don't know. I mean, the motion of the actual pieces themselves are going to be. Well, you just dropped your piece.
I'm sorry, piece. I'm sorry, I dropped you. But
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
these two together are going to
Those two together are pretty good. Show them the third piece, which
So-
I'm kind of excited about. 'Cause
The third piece, I'm going to show you the dyeing process today, but I wanted to still kind of play with it because I'm geeky and nerdy. So I already dyed this piece. As you see, I have this lovely, it's called Kelly Green.
Aww.
I know, that's my wife's name. That's why it's so cute.
Aww.
It's called Kelly Green. I'm going to do green. I might do some like black dye around the edges. We're going to test it and find out and have some fun. So that's why I did this already green, because I'm going to do a little black around the edge and see what it looks like at the end. So I could show you guys that. But I kind of like how it kind of didn't all go into the same shade. It kind of looks like it's more worn. And let me know what you guys think. I think it looks kind of cool. Josh thinks it looks kind of cool. But let me know.
Yeah.
But then-
There's something to be said for like smoothing the to not have like, because you can see it's kind of streaky,
a little bit.
but at the same time there's also something to be said for having it be a little bit weathered, because facts are facts. Like when we get these done and they're brand new looking, we are going to probably do some weathering.
Oh, 100%.
And a little bit of wearing them out to make them look like they've actually been used.
100%. There's some techniques to doing that we'll show you later on. when we
Did
get
you
to
ever
that.
watch the Three Musketeers, the BBC TV show?
Yes.
I love the Three Musketeers BBC TV show. It was fantastic, and one of the greatest scenes is like it's like in season 3, or I'm sorry, series 3, because Britain. But and I know Britain is like that. Don't come at me. It's the British broadcast channel, BBC. So Britain is all weird with their series. But there's like series 3 when D'Artagnan finally becomes a musketeer.
Right.
And he's given his pauldron, and they're like, it looks shiny and new. And they start like basically beating him up. Not like actually beating him up.
Yeah.
But like spending a lot of time like sparring and fighting with him
To try to wear it out.
to wear it out, make it look like he's actually used it before. And it's It's just a bit of hazing that is awesome.
It happens everywhere.
Yeah, hazing is good. Okay, look, I'm just gonna say it. Hazing is good. Not when you go too far. When you get too far with it, you go too extreme with it, and you're too stupid with it, and you start hurting people. It's no longer hazing. It is no longer hazing, and I will stand by this.
Anyway, not getting too political. But anyway, if you look, this is how it's kind of gonna officially look at the end, and I like it. I think it fits really well. I feel it nice. I'm gonna like ease up on these edges. Like I said, I might cut like this little corner here,
Round them off a little bit.
Inside of here, I might cut the corner because it does feel a little.
Well, and one of the things we talked about too, because the same place we get all our leather from, they sell like rabbit skins.
Yes.
For like $10.
Oh yeah.
It was super cheap. And so one of the things we thought about doing is getting a rabbit skin and like wrapping the sides, wrapping the edges,
100%.
getting that fur on the inside for insulation, for comfort, and then kind of wrapping it around on the outside, and that gives us not only does it give us kind of a cool aesthetic, but it also gives us a comfort function.
Yeah, and I like it too. It's going to cut off because this is a very hard edge, as you can see right here, and as it sits there, which is nice, but it's not like, putting fur there is going to make it look better. I think.
Yeah.
But in setting these where I kind of want them, as I'm playing with them, I'm going to keep playing with them. It's fun.
It is fun. We're on our way to having leather.
My biggest part were these two, obviously, because this is where the bend is going to be. But as you see, it actually is working really well, and I like it. It's comfortable. It's not like forcing against each other. Now this one's slipping down, but
I
feels
like
nice.
So I think what we should do.
As you see, this one is stuck in that sense, and I think that's why I got a little more streaky with it. It's kind of
you might want to consider too. I know we finished the edges, but you might want to consider just running that dye.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely run the dye around the edge.
Because the dye is also
it's
also a curing agent, right?
In a sense, a little bit. It's not as protective as you think it was. More just for coloration.
Oh, okay.
But what we are going to do, so I dyed this with, like I said, this is the dye that I used. It's called Kelly Green leather dye from Fiberings, however you say that. Fiberings. Anyway, this is a very popular one. Every leather crafter that I've kind of followed to start this process basically uses this one. There's a couple other that are out there, but this is the one that Tandy mainly sells too. So that's why I was like, let's use it. Why not? So
I mean, they're leather people, right?
They know what they're talking about.
They know what they're talking about.
They have a whole franchise. So that's the dye that I was using. But also what we're going to do after that is this is called Natural Leather Balm with Atom Wax. And so on the belt that I showed you guys, I dyed it with the black dye that I used on that one. And then covered it with this. And that's what gives it that shine.
Amen!
What up, bro? Good to see you, bud. So that's what gives it that shine and that leather like texture-y feel. This also softens it up. So this is quite hard.
Right.
Now, if you feel it, it's got kind of like a.
Can you hear this? Like that?
Yeah.
Like that's got some. That's if you notice, it's like. It's retaining its shape pretty good, and that's what we were going for. Yeah. So no, that looks good.
Yeah. So it's got that kind of rough hardness to it right now.
Welcome to the channel.
I see you, Savage. What up, bro? Good to see you again, buddy. So it's got that hardness. This is actually going to soften the leather up as well and give it more of that, like, whenever you buy a leather belt, it's got like the softness to it. That's what this is going to do as well.
What if,
as well as sealing it to protect it.
I know I'm all ready, so like you can totally like shoot me down on this, but I've just had an idea that's going to complicate matters.
That's what we do. We mess shit up.
Here, okay, so what if we do this? Okay, right? I'm not gonna put my phone over there so people can be like, "Dude, we can see your phone." Shut up.
Stop porn on there.
If you get to see my porn, you're welcome. Okay, just say thank you and move on. What if? Because this is like harder, right? It's got
100%,
that stiffness to it.
100%.
what if we do something to the effect of a second panel on top? You know what I'm saying? So like where we've got this size, this shape, we go in an inch, right? Cut out another one that mirrors the same shape that goes in it. That one, though, we do like the actual leather armor hardening technique. So instead of just regular water, salt water.
Yeah.
So that way we gain that because we were talking about possibly trying to make that as practical
armor. Yeah.
So what if we did that too?
Yeah.
That might be kind of fun.
Let's test it out.
We'll finish this piece up as originally designed.
Yes, 100%.
But I think it'll be fun to try and make the next build a little bit more complicated.
That's what we did.
Just to build up on that and to learn the lessons as
100%.
we go forward. And then when we finally get comfortable with our skills, we build ours that are going to be like super awesome.
Oh,
and then maybe we use our previous attempts as giveaways.
Yeah, do that.
100%. So if you would like that as possibly a giveaway, because we're gonna make sure they're good. Like they're not gonna be totally sucky. We're gonna make sure they're good. We're gonna make sure they work.
100%.
It's just gonna make sure that we learn some lessons along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what this channel's all about.
So if you think that's a fun idea, like give us a comment.
Yeah,
let us know.
Hit us up. Let us know.
Tell your friends.
100%. Like I said, that atom bomb wax actually does soften the leather up. I think you've seen it with my belt. It's actually not like super hard and stuff. You can feel the fibers and movement it has. So that's going to help that. And then what we're also going to take is beeswax. So what a lot of the other workers do, we take beeswax. One, we're going to do the edges in beeswax and hit them with our edging tool again. Yeah. And that's going to seal the edges. And then you can also take the beeswax and kind of rub it around all over and then kind of buff it in there. It's going to give it that shine and sheen, but then also protect the leather as well from weather and damage.
Our military friends are going to be very familiar with this. Well, not
Buffing
anymore.
Yeah, they don't buff their shoes.
Apparently we don't shine shoes in the military anymore.
I mean, I didn't shine boots. I shined dress shoes for a little bit. And then it came out with core frames.
You kids are spoiled. Spoilt.
It happens. Sorry, we're not old.
You know what I did?
In
my day, Christmas 2001, basic training, they said, Merry Christmas, you get Christmas Day off. And we said, yay! What can we do for Christmas? And he said, sit in your chairs and shine your boots. Christmas Day, that was my gift from my training instructor.
See, I went smart, and I went to boot camp in the summer. I had July 4th in boot camp, though, and what we got was a fireworks show with our flashlights. We laid it and flashed our flashlights on the ceiling, and he said, that's your fireworks show, now go to sleep.
Yeah, the land of the free.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to dye these two pieces for you so you guys can see that process. I'm going to play with a little black dye on here to kind of see if the edges kind of like take it, but then it gives that fading black effect. That's what I'm kind of
Oh, that's why you didn't go around the edges.
That's why I didn't go around the edges.
Yeah, you know what? I think
I'm going to hit the edges with black as well. I'm smart.
You are smart.
No, I figured out too with my last dyeing project, you want to dye like at least the edge around the back of the leather so it goes all the way through.
The knife was on the bottom end.
Yes, the knife was on the bottom end of that. You figured it out. Congratulations. Good job. And then all three of these pieces will go together. And then I've got this strap. So this is a pre-cut leather strap that I bought for a different project. And now we're going to use it for this one because why not?
Why not?
And this will be the strap that actually goes around my body and connects in the back so the pauldron stays on me.
Around your body, so
on
the
my
pauldron
body.
stays on me.
On my body, so the pauldron stays on. And this one's probably going to be straight black. We'll figure it out.
And we've got a clipping mechanism to try and like clip on it, so that you can for easy removal.
Yeah, so I bought one of these clips. You can buy them basically anywhere, but Tandy has a whole slew of
they've got so
hardware
many
and
good
stuff
ones.
like
They've
that.
got like the nickel finish,
So great.
the gunmetal finish.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
And we got a bunch of other accent pieces that we'll bring in later on that we're going to show and
All
try
right.
to make it look cool.
Well, let's
That's
do
the fun.
let's do the thing. Let's start with the dying.
Amazing work screen.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
Woo!
whoop.
It looks so
Magical
amazing.
changes.
I think it's the first time
Changes.
that I'm not wearing long sleeves while we're doing this.
Oh snap!
So show my
Look at
tattoos.
your. I was about to say, look at your geeky ink.
Oh my gosh! All my geek
Hashtag geek ink.
Geek ink
Which is
D&D
fun to
half
say.
sleeve. Love it. And then
Which is
my-
fun to say.
My stormtrooper
That's right.
armor, clone trooper armor.
Medieval Knight clone trooper mashup.
Amazing, awesome.
Beautiful.
All right. So with the dyeing process, one, I suggest you wear gloves. I'm not wearing.
I was
any
gonna go look
'cause
for
I
gloves.
forgot some.
I was gonna go look for gloves.
I bought a whole pack of like the disposable gloves. That's what I use. I use those for this and 3D printing, so you're not supposed to mess with the 3D print resin without gloves as well. So I have a whole bunch of them at home, but I forgot them because I don't live here in the basement with Josh. Simple as that. It will dye your fingers very easily. As you see my table, these little spots are dye that I got on the table. That's why we use protective equipment. Always use it. So I have my Kelly green dye. Simple and easy. You don't have to do anything special with the dye. Literally, it is ready to go. Then you have these. These are basically cotton balls on the ends of wire sticks. I bought a huge pack of them for like $1. They are stupid cheap, stupid easy. Small wool dabbers. I don't know what that word is, but who cares? So this is what we're going to use to actually soak up the leather. You can use just straight cotton rags or cotton balls or whatever you want to find and use, but this is what I found. They sell them at Tandy. Like I said, they're like $1 or a couple bucks for like 30 of them. I have so many. And you can use them for a while. I actually use the same one for probably like 2 or 3 projects. Oh, look, we found gloves.
I have boxes of them somewhere,
Yeah.
but I found me a couple of those. Those are the ones that I've been using for my 3D printer when
Right.
I do some resin printing.
So we both do some resin printing, so we have boxes of gloves for that. I also steal a bunch of gloves from work. You may eventually find out what I do. But I wear these kind of gloves at work all the time. So I end up having them all in my pockets and things, so I've got a bunch from work as well. So like I said, we're going to take our cotton dabur. What do you think that word is? Dabur? Daburs? Dauber. Sure.
Cotton daub.
Small wool
Dauber.
So we take our small wool dog.
Dibbity
Which you can
dabbers.
buy different sizes too. I'll probably buy some bigger ones next time because these ones are a little small.
Yeah, why do you have the...
I like having a.
Teeny-
I'm
Why are you
used
so
to using a
petite?
small thing now.
You're just working with small tools.
So all you do, get it in there, get some dye on it. Pretty simple, and then we're just gonna place it on there. Now I want you to watch. Literally, I rub it on there, and it soaks in like
Yeah,
nearly.
like
You can
it's-
watch it. It's almost like evaporating.
Remember when we talked about how satisfying it was to see like the water
Mhm.
when you wet other timber?
I'm getting there. But watch it just.
Like whoosh, and then there it is. It's dry.
It just soaks in, and that's like already dry. Like I can rub my finger across it. It's not gonna come off or nothing. It's already in it. Like I said, we are messing with skin. This is animal skin. It has pores. It soaks it up.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Yeah. So all we're gonna do is rub it across. Like I said, you can use wool.
I can already see like the benefit of having the big daubers.
Yeah. Or
because-
even actually, if you go in my box,
what about a paper towel or something?
I've got actual cotton rags, like a whole pack of them in that box.
These guys?
Yes. Let's try using one of those.
Nice
Cotton
guys.
rags, like I said, you can use these too. This is what I used for the buffing of the other pieces. Oh, you actually threw me too. Look at you.
I threw you too. Do.
So let's just cut this. Why not?
Do you know what I love about this? I get to drink and watch you do things.
You like to watch?
I mean, yeah. Men are visual creatures. I don't know if you know this or not.
I'm not. I participate. Other people watch me.
That's true. Look, like what we're doing right now. What were you thinking? Get your mind out the cutter.
Yeah, gross. Jesus. So, we'll just take a small piece of this because I don't want to ruin the whole rag. But these are cheap. I probably bought like a pack of like 20 of these rags for like $4.
Also, under the same sort of umbrella, IKEA. If there's an IKEA near you, they usually have like these really cool rags that work really well, and they're like 72 cents a piece.
Yeah. These are like Walmart rags, I found.
Yeah.
And they're like
Cheap,
$2 for like 20 of them. Is the thing.
Cheap. So try it. Ooh,
put a little dye on there.
And this is totally experiment. This was not discussed beforehand.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, dude, look, that's a lot more even too.
Yeah, it definitely evens out. So we'll just start putting it in there.
Oh, I like the color better too.
I actually do like that. That looks good, doesn't it? It's almost like already buffed. Almost, right?
Look at that. We learned a thing live. This would also be careful with this method though, because
I'm getting it everywhere.
he's getting it everywhere.
It's all over my fingers right now. This is why we wear the gloves.
This is why he wears the gloves. Make sure you have your PPE, personal protective equipment.
Always. But that took me like, what, 20 seconds?
Oh, yeah. And you know what I think that line is? I think you're right. I think the line...
That's the water line. That's the
water
line from where it's in the cup.
You
guys can see it.
This is why it's so important to make sure. So, we didn't even get to talk about this. So we used our preform tools.
Mm-hmm.
And what we didn't talk about, what we didn't say is one of the mistakes that we made was that when it's inside the cups like this,
it didn't dry.
They didn't dry out. So when we popped them out earlier, they were still
a little damp.
cold. They still had the dampness in them. And so what we needed to do was let them in there for a day
and then pull them out.
So that they could retain their shape, but that we would still have, I'll bet you can do that with a paper towel as well. Probably. So that you don't even have to use. But that's now usable again, right?
Oh yeah,
the dye's not gonna.
We can use this for the green piece now forever.
Because the dye doesn't harden up. No. It's not going to harden up and get all crusty.
I mean, it might a little bit, but I did it with, like I said, the balm. With a different rag.
I love how the decorations that you did. Show the camera. Get that close up. Like, I love how the decorations stand out.
Right. You can see the
that.
edging and all the runes.
That's so cool, dude.
Right. They don't.
I'm so excited. I was so cool. Excited.
I could have done that beveling a little deeper, and it probably would have been better. But I mean, this is what it is. It is what it is. I was even researching this week about some different stuff that we're looking at doing for future projects, and this guy was doing the wet forming to form the leather in the shape he wanted, but then he was also stamping it at the same time, and I think he got a better stamp out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we're gonna try that eventually.
Yeah, we should.
It's gonna be
cool.
cool.
We absolutely should.
So, but as you can see, like I said, we got the slightly darker area.
My hands, watch this.
Already dry.
It's
a whole
so...
10 seconds.
Oh, look, it's covered.
That's all green. That's from this. Because now I've soaked this rag. But even this rag now, like... I've got a little bit on this. But it's not too bad. It is what it is.
I was waiting for you to do that.
The rag is not
but look, that's the thing, though. You didn't dip it again, and you still were able to rub it in.
Mm-hmm. Always rub it in.
You rub it in. Don't ever rub it out.
We're so bad.
And the dauber, now you can use a dauber because you wanted to try and border.
Yeah, so I'm going to border this with black to see how it is. I don't know how it's going to come out.
We don't know.
We're going to try it.
It's going to be fun.
This is the same green I used on, if you guys remember, my potion bottles. So it's that same green. It'll lighten up as it kind of dries in there a little more.
Actually, dude, I kind of actually... And you know what we should do is we should show people the difference between like using the smaller dauber versus using a larger surface area like this rag.
I mean, you can already see the difference between... So obviously...
but there's your top piece is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you see the top piece, I got a little streaky... It's a little off. but then with this piece, that's
Look at that. That's
the
so
rag.
much more solid.
It's a lot more
And you can
solid.
see again, once again, you can see the line clearly. So
where
little
it was in the cup.
little things to do, like
Thing to notice.
and look at that.
Because remember, this piece wasn't sticking out of a cup at all. It was completely
It's
inside the
completely
cup.
inside.
100% in. So it doesn't
And
have
if you
that
notice
line.
too, it's the darker shade, which is where the wet sides were.
Mhm.
So
it was a little wet.
if you do your leather when it's a little bit more wet, you're going to get a darker color out of the dye.
Yeah.
Versus if you do it when it's dry, you're going to get a lighter color out of it.
And like I said, you do need to give this some time to cure. Now, it's dry now. Like I said, I just did that, and you can already tell. It's already dry. But it does still need time to set into
And
the leather
cure.
itself. Set
Right.
and cure. It's just like any painting job you're going to
You
do.
might want to put the lid back on there if you're done with that too.
Before I go dumping it everywhere.
I was about to say we've already had a couple of drinks
Close
of water.
calls.
A couple of drinks of water. Spicy water.
Spicy water. It's spicy. It's spicy.
It's so spicy.
But I think we take if we have Ziploc bags and we can just save these
And you know what? I got a Ziploc bag for you.
to keep going for the rest of our projects. We never have to buy new ones.
I will.
We'll test this. We're gonna let you know how it turns out. But I mean, if we just throw this in a Ziploc bag, so it doesn't die the rest of our tools, that's how this is gonna work. So we're gonna test that out, and we'll let you know how it is next time we want to use it. Obviously, these daubers, I've been using them for like 1 or 2 projects, and then I talk about because I'm not sure how well after a week or 2 of them sitting it's gonna work. So I didn't want to go too crazy with it. Let's get the rest of the dye out of this dauber though, so I'm not stuck with it. But yeah, so that is dyeing. Very simple, stupid easy.
Yeah, I will say that's actually a lot easier than.
Right.
But again,
And the first time I
the
did
little
it,
things. Nobody's gonna tell you that if your leather is a little too wet, you're gonna get a darker piece out of the.
No.
Nobody's gonna just say that.
100%.
I mean, they might say it if you take a class.
Some
But if
professional
you're
brother.
doing this on your own,
Like I said,
most
we're learning off our
DIYers,
own.
I can't wait for the professional leather worker to come in and be like, guys, please let me come on the show. You're hurting my
You
my
hurt
everything.
me so much. This is what we do. We hurt people. No, I'm just so yeah. But also with these smaller daubers, I'm excited because now I'm going to use a smaller dauber for the black, so I actually get a nice.
I was about to say that's
crisp
I'm
line, and I'm
really
not-
excited to see the edge of that.
That's going to be cool. So we're going to give that some
And-
time.
This will also make sense for the where you've got the edge, right? If you get that deeper in,
Mm-hmm.
then that gives like a line, a boundary for the other dye to stop at.
Yeah.
So
100%.
you can get you could be a little bit lighter on it, but you can go around the edges and it gives you a little bit of a boundary. I'm excited to see how that looks.
It's going to be cool. So we're going to give this a few more minutes to dry out. Chill.
Give it a few minutes to cure. In the meantime, let's do this. Let's go back to this camera here. In the meantime, what we're going to do is, so last time we
did some
measured
measurements.
my shoulder. We got the measurements. We've got those written down.
Always write
and-
down
Do we have
the paper.
paper?
Yeah, it's over there.
The paper.
It's on the book.
We will get the paper.
The paper on the books. Like I said, make sure you do templates and sketches of what you want so you're not wasting the leather. We bought a big chunk of leather. Like I said, I think it was around 150, 200 bucks.
Yeah.
There's literally half a cow. We bought a half, what they call it. I can't remember the exact term. It's half something.
Hey, I've been turned into a cow.
Can I go home? You're excused.
Anybody else?
No,
We're good.
Get him!
Anyway.
So you don't want to lace the leather though. It is a little bit pricey, but I mean, half a chunk of leather. We've got a small chunk over here that I cut off that piece, but then I've still got this is probably a quarter of it, maybe. If that's a quarter,
I will say this: if you're looking to
Crazy.
going into leather working, Peekaboo.
We can make some money.
It is actually a pretty
'Cause
profitable.
You think this is like a quarter of it? We probably got 3 more quarters left of the giant piece we bought. $200. I could probably a good quality piece of armor. Go on Etsy or anything, see what they're selling them for. A couple $100 each. So I've already made my money back on the leather I bought.
Yep.
Plus what else? So if you're looking at a good money scheme, I mean, it's probably not a bad idea. The problem is getting good at leather crafting.
Yeah, that's the thing. So here's the other thing, guys. When you look at leather armor and you're starting to see like expensive stuff, just know you're not paying for the material.
Yeah.
You're paying for that person's experience.
100%.
Because as we're finding out right now, you're not going to get a piece of leather like this from a leather worker who knows what they're doing.
100%.
Okay. This is not going to be something they're going to.
This
do.
is how they started, and then they progressed to where they are today.
Yeah.
We are at the start. Like I said, I just started leather crafting. We've just started together, and we're learning. I love it.
It is good.
But we still have this quarter piece. This is what we're going to cut Josh's out of. But then also remember, you've got these little, like if you look right here, this is kind of like we can't use that for anything Josh used.
Necessarily.
We've already got some ideas for what we're going to do for scrap pieces. So we'll let you know how that works, because little scrap pieces can be useful as well. And there's actually a video I saw. I haven't watched it yet, but I've got to say later what to use your scrap pieces for.
I already know what we're going to use scrap pieces for.
What?
We're going to print or order a custom 2 Geeks 1 Mic stamp and sell 2 Geeks 1 Mic leather keychains.
Keychains was one of the things on the videos. I know 100%. So that's actually cool.
If you want a 2 Geeks 1 Mic leather keychain, if you think that would be cool to purchase, let us
For us
know.
to hand out at events.
Do you know what? That is going to be a giveaway. I'm saying it right now. Our first giveaway is going to be a 2 Geeks 1 Mic leather keychain giveaway.
Let's do it.
We're doing it.
I'm down. 100%.
Down like Charlie Brown.
Remember when you're buying leather too? I just want to point this out. So obviously we bought the whole half cow piece. You can buy quarters or like simple little pieces. But another thing you got to remember is the thickness. So they had a whole stack of these are all half cow veggie tan leather is what this is. It's the one that takes dye the best. It's the easiest to work with because it's not like specialized or anything like that. But the thickness of the leather is also important. So this is about as thick as you can go. This is 9 to 10 ounce leather. It'll go all the way down to 1. I think I've got some basic pieces in there that are 1 or 2 ounce leather. It's super thin. So remember the thickness of the leather when you're buying it. It's actually a key point whenever you're especially making pieces that you want to wear versus you like keychains or something like that.
Do the different leathers come from different animals? Do you know?
There are different leathers from different animals.
Well,
mainly what you're going to buy is cowhide.
Okay.
But if you want specialty leathers, you can go there.
Well,
I mean, at
what I
Tandy
mean is
today-
what I'm talking about is the thickness of the leathers. How do they get the different thicknesses for different cow leathers?
I think it's how it's processed.
Is that
So obviously when they process leather, they're going to take all the flesh off the back, and it depends on how kind of deep they have to go with that. It's a thing.
All right, Jake's going to need a signed 2 Geeks 1 Mic keychain.
I got you, bro. You know I've got you. You know I got you.
Autographs.
Another Marine Corps buddy.
Aw.
You're so nice subscribing to my channel.
One of these days,
buds.
I'm going to be like, how many Marines are there? I knew it. I'm surrounded by Marines.
We're everywhere. But yeah, so I think that just kind of depends on the actual process.
The processing. Maybe
How they
it could also
process
be
it.
I mean, without sounding creepy, because all people are different, so people's skin will be different. So
True. So I mean, every cow is probably a little different thickness.
Yeah.
But there is specialty leathers you can buy too. I mean, today we saw rabbit skins that we're thinking of buying for different things. And then also I saw ostrich leather there. They had lizard leather.
Oh god, dude, they had everything.
So much stuff. And you can buy it all. TandyLeather.com. Go look it up. If you got a local Tandy store, go check it out. I think they're awesome. And talking even just to the staff, hey, what did you do for this? Oh, well, even if they don't know, they look it
know
up.
what they're talking about.
It's actually really cool. It's really cool. I love it. And apparently most Tandy stores do classes for leatherworking if you're interested. Look them up. They're really cool.
We're
This
like-
is not a sponsor for Tandy. We just like them.
We just like them. They're just cool guys.
Eventually, we'll get sponsored.
They're some really cool guys. Why does that not fit? Why does that only fit?
There's
one?
different hole sizes.
What?
Yes,
You don't say.
because there's different tools.
You don't say.
Different tools for different hole sizes. Not every square fits in a hole.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Let's grab.
let's start with peppers.
Yeah, grab the
Pepper. I have your pepper, sir.
big roll of craft paper. I bought this at Hobby Lobby for like $5. Not even joking.
Now we've got. Oh yeah, no, and you don't even need craft paper. It can be literally any kind of paper you can cut out.
I've literally watched guys on YouTube do
Notebook paper.
printer paper.
Printer paper. Fucking the paper you pulled out of the dumpster last week because
Because we're cheap fucking bastards.
cheap times are hard and you go dumpster diving. I'm not judging.
It happens.
I had an apartment entirely furnished with dumpster dive furniture, so you do you.
We've all done it.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do.
I love when you can tell though the people that haven't been there. You're just like, yeah, have you tried dumpster diving? Yeah. Why? Like because you're broke and you need shit?
There's the best place to dumpster. Military base.
Oh
So
yeah.
much shit in there.
Oh yeah.
It's insane.
Apartment complexes are also usually
Yes.
They're there's high quantity, but you might not get a lot of high quality. You know what I'm saying?
True. I'll admit though, after a unit went on deployment in a military base, I found an Xbox in a base.
What?
Yeah. I was like, holy crap, it's full Xbox.
You know what it was? It was the missus getting revenge. So, oh, he's
That's
deployed.
what
He
it
can't
was.
do nothing about it now.
I'm getting rid of this Xbox.
I'm getting rid of the damn Xbox.
All right. So what we'll do, we'll take our pick.
Probably don't need that much, do you?
Yes, remember, we fold it in half to get symmetrical pieces.
All right, here's the razor.
So we've done that. We're going to fold it, get a nice even edge.
I'm going to cut that off from the main body.
Make sure I'm not crazy here.
All right, do you have scissors? Do we have to do this with a razor, or can we do this with scissors?
We can do it with scissors.
I don't have scissors. Do you have? That's what I was asking. If you had scissors.
Oh, you know what? I gave my scissors to your kid. And
Oh wait, I think they're down here somewhere. Oh, hold on.
that tiny pair I had?
Yeah. I'm not gonna leave an open razor.
Especially when we're drinking spicy water.
Got to love the spicy waters.
Spicy water.
Yeah, they were around here somewhere because I saw them and I was like,
Garza, do you only want to sign one so when I become famous you can say you had my signature first?
yes.
But I'm pretty sure there's an SL3 sheet somebody with my signature on it. Steal that. Oh, thanks for coming on the page though tonight, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, your kid stole it. It's fine. We'll use a razor.
Ah!
All right.
No, it's around here somewhere.
Oh, there they are, right there. Literally right.
Hey, found them. You're welcome.
Boom.
They're right there.
I got a little piece of weird little. These actually came with my leather kit. I think they're more for the threads, but I've just been using them for paper.
I love that I asked for scissors and you found like the stupidest brand of scissors. It'd probably be easier with the razor.
Probably. Let's just do it with the razor. I'll throw my actual scissors that I've stolen from other places in here next time. There we go.
Just don't cut my plexiglass.
You don't use it anyway.
I do too. Use it all the time. Okay, let's turn this other one back on. Since
right.
you're going to be drawing out my.
Turn your camera back on. There we go. Okay. So we got our piece of paper. We folded it mostly in half. Like I said, we just want to make sure we have enough length here so when we cut out the half length of what we're doing, we've got a perfect symmetrical piece.
Right.
Um,
And for all intents and purposes, for mine, let's not worry about any, like, I know you had the little shapes.
right. You just
Let's
want
just
straight
go
squares?
Let's just go rectangles.
Okay, we're going straight squares. Yeah,
Because
I
we're
shaped
gonna-
mine a little bit.
Yeah, what we're going to do, because we're already, one of the things we already learned is that we're going to be trimming corners.
Right.
So I will be rounding corners
So we'll get
on
some
one
rounded
side.
edges anyway. Yeah, you're smart man.
You're the only one who thinks that. Where did I leave my beverage? There it is.
Okay.
I need to hydrate.
So for the top piece, as we have in our book here, Josh wanted 14 across the top of his shoulder here.
So it'll be 7.
So we'll do 7 inches. Which is obviously average.
That looks like about 7 inches.
A little about 7. Let's do this a little lower to make sure I've got space. Is that the... okay, sure, that's 7 inches. All right. So we're going to mark. We see marker. 7 inches. Straight line. Boom. Easy. 7 inches, all right? That means where we cut this, and like I said, it's half, it'll be 14 inches all the way across.
Because
And then
7
going
times
up,
2 is 14.
We're
kids.
talking 5.5 is what we said. On the paper.
On the paper.
So we'll line this up.
Get that to a 5.5 on the ruler. And then go
Right at the edge. You said we're edging this out. Nice. Boom. 5.5.
And then another 7 on the other side.
Should line up perfectly at 7. If I did this right, which it does, because I did it right. Look at me. Yay! I did it right. So that's our 7 inches. So we got our perfect little top piece square. Pretty simple and easy, right?
Okay.
We do. All right. Your next piece down, you said you wanted 12. So we're going to do 6. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Hold up.
What?
Just measure 6 here. Mark it. Go down however much, and then come back in. That way we're sharing the borders. Less
There
cutting.
you go. Let's do it.
Less cutting.
Look at you. Thinking.
Boom.
It's amazing you can think.
Well, I'm trying. You're not wrong.
So
I'm
there's
also
6
trying to
right
get into the
there.
habit of, because again,
Preserving material.
what do we keep talking about? We're talking about preserving material any
Yeah.
chance we get. And
I mean, the paper is cheap. I'll give it that.
the paper sheet, but it's about getting into. Hold on.
I'm just doing that
We're not-
5. Oh yeah, we're not flat.
We're
Sure, we're flat.
flat.
I mean, I'm doing it here. So okay. 5.5 is right there. So we're gonna go about there. Okay.
And then
Now
another
this should be 6
a 6er.
on the nose. I mean, I'm a little
And
tiny bit.
you know, one of the things that that I can't stress enough is that it is.
She actually went off a little bit, but we'll be okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, we're all right. Let's line this up.
We're within margins.
It's good enough for government work.
One of the things is you know you can't be too tedious with this stuff.
True. It's going to be slightly off.
Adam Savage once talked about masking for painting, and he said if it's not annoying, you're not doing it right. Which I agree.
6. So this one, so your last smaller pieces are going to be that third. You said we're probably going to do 4 panels for yours, but
Probably.
the bottom 2 will be the exact same because they're covering that bicep area.
So
that's
what we'll
gonna
do
be
though is we'll
normal.
start with a third piece.
We only need 1 for now,
We'll only need one. We only need one pattern, right?
and we can cut 2 pieces.
Because it's the same piece, so you can
Exactly.
cut 2 pieces. Which is another reason why you keep the pattern pieces. Because if you like the way this turns out and you want to make more, you've already got the pattern. The pattern can be used to make a million different.
I can literally make 12. I've still got the pattern for this pauldron that we've already created.
So the pauldron that we've already created, you know what we should do? We should name it. When it's done, we should give it a name and be like, this is pauldron booger snot. And that way we can
Age
sell it.
booger age. I hope you guys get that reference because I love it. So 9 inches for this piece
Wait, what? Oh,
across
yes.
the very bottom. So right here along your bicep. You said 9.
So
So
4.5.
4.5.
So cut it in half.
We're doing math too. So there's 4.5 right there. And then we'll line up 3.5.
Oh, wait. You're not. There we go.
Straight.
You're not straight.
Lean a little left. Oh, it's because it's on the edge. It's going. Pull this out. in that.
One of these days we'll have a
More professional environment.
more environment. There we go.
There we go.
Lay it flat.
That looks more straight. Okay. Nope, that's still 3.5 though. We're about right. So we'll do straight across. Okay. And then that should line up at about 4.5 inches.
Which it do?
Boom! Look at that. I'm amazing.
You are amazing.
That's right. Boom. So how? Oh wow! That actually,
Look at that.
That shows up really well.
Dude, I'm excited. Look at even. Stay.
Please don't break it.
Even just looking at that. That's
If you can
exciting.
imagine this, these are just going to be slightly up,
That's exciting.
and they're going to sit just like that.
That's exciting.
Right?
That looks good.
Now we take our wonderful knife. And here's the fun part. So on the green, to make sure we don't cut anything underneath, protect our table.
Yes.
We want to move that out of the way.
We were displaying our tools so proudly.
Yes. Now we're going to move them out of the way because they're in the fucking way. All right. So we'll start with the knife here. Cut across.
Try and get all the way through both layers because remember, we got them doubled up.
But this is a very sharp blade, so it's going through like butter.
Like butter.
This is meant for leather cutting, and I'm cutting paper with it. Remember that. I'm actually getting very precise on this too.
Are you?
Yeah. That's
Hell yeah.
I should have done this with mine. I did scissors on mine.
What? This is another one of those lessons learned.
This X-Acto knife, everything, because it's very nice.
Hell yeah. Look at that.
Boom.
That's the first piece
First
of my
piece
paulrdron.
out. Second piece coming out. We're gonna cut, and then we're gonna cut this way. Give it a nice straight edge. Boom. Second piece out. Pull down, stay on our green, not cut the table. It's a very expensive table. Boom. 3 pieces, just like that. So these are our sets. This is what we're going to cut with the leather. So now, if you want to jump back to the other camera, we'll get this paper out of the way. Just throwing things. That's what I do.
That's what we do.
So, which one's the bigger piece? Like I said, we had our paper in half. Remember? Now we've got a perfect symmetrical full piece. So we have it out.
So, and now we've got our full large piece, and I can go boom. It's not going to work at all, but we can still do it because we're going to.
Our second piece is going to sit like that.
Bam. Oh, look at that. That actually, it's not too shabby.
Right?
I like that.
Too bad.
We're going to have some fun with this.
Uh-huh.
And then a third piece.
Will sit right under here on his bicep. Like so. Boom.
And then
If you want
we might actually be just fine with a third piece. We'll see.
3 pieces.
But the other thing is yeah, we'll see. That's not too shabby at all.
Yeah. There you go. And so remember the big pieces we were thinking with the big piece, where it comes down on his chest, is that still mobile enough? Because we don't want it like pressing into the pec and you're not able to move it and things of that nature. So, but if he likes it, and that's actually right where you wanted it, right along here, where we're not going into the neck and then disturbing that movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
I think that
looks good.
I think that's good. I'm excited about that.
Right?
All right. Well, we're at the top of the hour.
We are. Holy cow.
I know, right?
Hours go by so quick.
And they do. They go, especially when you're having fun.
Oh, so much fun.
So here's what's happened. Let's just recap what we've done. First off, we gave a little bit of an update of what we did last time.
Mm-hmm.
We did you know what? No, you know what? We're gonna go a little bit longer because your leather is probably dried enough.
Oh, easy.
I want to see that border. So we're gonna do one last thing before we head
do some
out.
borders.
we're gonna border this in black because I'm excited to see. Let me put this other screen back up because I'm excited to see what happens.
Our daubers, or wool daubers. Like I said, these are stupid cheap. Buy them anywhere. Stupid easy to find. And just because, as you guys have already found out, I'm a former Marine. Just saying. We have USMC Black.
USMC
The actual name
Black.
of this
Turn it
dye.
over. Turn it over so that they can read it because it's upside down. There it is.
USMC Black.
Bam.
Super good. It's black.
It's
black.
It is very black.
If y'all remember the belts I showed you earlier, that is the same dye. So it's USMC Black. Pop our little cap off. So this is the top piece. So I'll do the top border here. That's what's really going to show, and all around this edge. That's actually going to show out really well. So
Remember to leave a like on the video, guys, before you leave.
100%. Like, subscribe, bell, tell all your friends.
All the goodness.
We
All
want
right.
to know. So here we go. Just a bit of a border. I'm not trying to go too crazy. Remember, this is like super satisfying because it just soaks straight in. It is crazy.
Oh, dude.
Does that look good? I mean, it's a little wet and not soaking in as much, but I'm guessing that's because of the green dye.
Because you still got the dye on there, yeah.
Yeah, it's still drying a bit, but I mean that's okay.
That's okay.
I kind of want it.
I
think it's gonna soak in a little differently.
I wonder if. So here's what we should do. We should just do one piece.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Mashimono, you get what? Sorry. We should just do one piece, and then next week, when we come back to this,
we'll show.
Do another one that's been sitting and curing.
Yeah, we'll
and
show
see if there's a
results.
difference in the dye.
Yes,
I like that. I like that. I like.
And also remember for this piece, like I said, for the green, I wasn't going around the edges as much. On this one, I'm actually hitting that edge to make sure that that's black, so we don't have any of that. Like leather looks amazing without dye. I'll fully fucking admit it. I love it, but I want to make sure the edges actually go with the piece. So I'm also hitting the actual edge. Remember the beveling that I did on the last one, or the embossing tool, the wheel? That's the design I'm following around the edge, just to make that black. So that's kind of giving me my border. Oh, I'm off screen. I'm sorry. I'm still new to podcasting. I'm not used to being on camera.
Well, we need to get a better setup. What we need to do is we need to zoom that camera in.
Yeah, that's probably be best.
So after this.
But even then, like I said, it wasn't doing as much, but I'm already dry on the top edge. That edge I already did. So just finish this off. Make sure that edge is nice and done. I said with that that work we did on the edges last time, if you remember, when we actually smoothed them out
with this little guy,
that little guy right there, it's so nice to dye that because it's just smooth edge. It's not like rough, not like this back area where it's just
it just goes right on.
It just goes right on. It's super nice. So it's.
And you know what else I'm thinking too is if we're gonna do a dye like this, we could probably mask it as well, like masking tape.
Probably could give it an actual solid edge.
Give it a solid edge.
We could, but I kind of want to see how it fades in with the rest of it.
Yeah,
because if it does that like black to green fade, I think that's going to be really good. So we'll do that. That's all pretty much on there. A couple spots.
And the other cool thing, the other benefit of having the smaller daubers, is you've got
control.
You got a little bit more precision that you can work with.
100%. Like I said, they sell like about 10 different size daubers you can buy, or we can just use the wool rags that I bought at Walmart for super cheap.
Bam.
Stupid easy.
Bam.
Do another little quick pass over. But that's that. And I'm actually already liking how that looks.
That looks good, dude.
Black with the green.
It looks so good.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Like I said, when we shine it up and buff it out, I think it's going to look a lot better. But we'll show you that next time, probably.
Yes.
100%. So,
All right. So, thanks so much for being here, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
love you guys all.
We really, really appreciate it. We're having a lot of fun on this journey.
100%.
If you want to keep following along with us on our cosplay journey, please make sure you hit subscribe, you hit the like button. These are free ways to help support our channel. And we really, really appreciate that. Like I said, we got some fun things coming along the way. We're going to be doing some giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing some really fun stuff. So,
Yeah.
so
Lots
tune
more
in.
cosplay. We're going to have lots more. We've gotten in with a lot more cosplayers since we started this. Oh, it's insane.
Check
Follow
out our
channel.
our Instagram,
Yeah.
our Facebook, and our YouTube. Those are the three that we're really pushing right now. We do have a website as well, under construction. I'm getting
working
that.
it.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
But yeah, and we're going to start with a lot more. We're going to get some more experienced cosplayers in us to help teach us some stuff. We got more. If you noticed our Viking photo shoot, we've got more photo shoots already planned for next year. We got really good with the photographers on that shoot, and they're all about doing more shoots with us.
Maybe maybe
maybe
something with one of these
One of
guys.
those. Yeah, whatever that is. Like, it's a weird. You shouldn't look down. That's the first thing they teach you.
That's the action end. Thanks for tuning. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support from all of us at
Love
Geek
you all.
Headquarters. I have been Josh.
I have been Eamon.
And we hope that wherever you are, you leave here just a little bit more geeky than you were when you first got here.
Skål!
To you and yours.
We'll see you next time.